Hello, everybody! Welcome to Chessmaster 2000. It's Dr. Jay-Z here. After a final hiatus, I'm finally back in chess action. So, after seeing my series of Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog's games, I'm now back here at chess. At the start of every month, from this month, August onwards, as much as possible, I will try to give everybody an educational experience. A serious chess lesson will appear at the start of every month, starting from now. All right, without further ado, I want to see how this program works. I want to show everybody the interface, how to change the colors, how to add in your names, how to get the best possible experience out of this game. So to enter the choices menu, choices everybody can see here, playing the game F2 all the way until F10. So if you're using a laptop, you need to press the function key, all right, and then press F1 all the way to F10. Playing the game, begin new game, right? There's Control N shortcut, and then right now I want to change the display. So how do I do that? F3. The board is now three-dimensional. Okay, and now I'm going to change it to black and white. Right, this is the interface that I like. And then now the thing is, I want to show everybody coordinates are on. All right, okay, everything is on. You can turn the board around, and then if you want to play as black, what happens? Okay, newcomer style is on. Okay, cool. And I think I'll use varied style. All right. No. I mean, just play normally. All right, cool. I mean, coffee house is actually quite bizarre. If you want to play against irregular openings, okay, I mean, you use coffee house. So, but for now, for this first game, I'll just choose normal and then newcomer style because I'm new. Okay, everybody is new. I don't want to play against. If it's off, then it's really full flung master mode. Okay, that's like FIDE master level for this program. Okay, but I think it does play at IM level. All right, if you just go for a very short game, maybe like 3 minutes, 3 minute blitz, definitely this thing will whip your tail. Right, and so if I'm playing as black, then you see that Chessmaster makes a move immediately. All right, cool. So before that, I want to change the notation style as well. So I want to use the abbreviated version, like just B4. Okay, look at that. Okay, so this is what we should be writing. All right, when we go for tournaments, Dr. JZ here. Right, that's my name. All right, so today I guess I want to play as white, not black. Okay. I mean C4, I'm okay. Let's just wait a minute. The computer played the move for me, correct? Sorry about that. Turn the ball around. Okay, cool. I hope everybody enjoyed the music. Let's begin. So since this is a serious game, I will play a serious move. So from a French, we are now heading for the Taimanov variation of the Sicilian. I mean, look at how fast Chessmaster is. It's not thinking at all. So because all these things are book moves, right? That's why it's just playing immediately, right? It's not thinking at all. So A6 is coming. In this situation, A6 is coming. Right. This move has the purpose of bishop F4. So the last time I think I do have a person who played this thing against me. One of my schoolmates from like 20 years ago. I don't like it. Okay, usually I play the fianchetto variation, but it's up to him to decide, how he wants to play. For now, I think I'll go for A4 just in case he did A6. A6 wasn't played. So I think now we are out of the book. I may be mistaken. I don't think we're entirely out of the book, right? It's just that I'm out of my book. Okay, so I think I'll just bring my knight back. I think that's like a blunder. It's almost like a blunder. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's a good move. Um, I cannot put my knight on d5 because that's the thing. So it's a bit annoying. Also, maybe I was a bit too premature. Yeah, with the capture on e5. Maybe I was a bit too premature. Okay. So because of this diagonal isometric perspective, it's not so easy. There's some occlusion of the pieces in the center. So you got to do some perspective transformation. So what should I do? What should I do? Okay, maybe exchange of the. I mean, yeah, this opening wasn't a great success, I got to admit. Okay, I think I'll just play some prophylactic move. Okay, for now. Okay, this is pretty clever. Yeah, this is a good move. This is a good move. So I'm going to put my this knight to d1. I mean, if not, I'm going to get double pawns, and that will be a disaster. I think c3 is possible. I think c3 is possible, if I'm not mistaken. It is possible, yeah. And now b4, correct? Yeah, b4 is good. And now the knight can the other knight, I mean the d1 knight can go to. Okay, maybe not yet, but I think b2 is a possibility. All right, b2 is a possibility. All right, okay, I'll just go for that first. So, all right, so far so good. All right, so far so good. Okay, so he didn't actually take. Oh, he didn't take on e4. Okay, e4 is b5, right? Yeah. Knight takes e4. I think that's b5. I'm not mistaken. I mean, either the program, either Chessmaster missed something, or I missed something. Bishop takes e4. I think should be okay. Correct. Okay, let me just go back for a while. Okay, let me just. No, I think previously it's okay. Okay, so did I miss something? Okay, but anyway, I mean, we'll go to that later. So it's a bit tricky. I may need to make the very ugly f3. Yeah, I mean f3 just look very ugly. Okay. Oh, you guys know what? I kind of missed like this. My bishop was on g2, so I mean bishop takes e4 and knight takes e4 is just a dead blunder. So maybe in this situation I can go ahead and do b5. But I got to think for a while. This is not straightforward at all. Alternatively, yeah, I think b5 should be okay, but my two knights will be stuck, right? My two knights will be stuck, but at least I got some space on the queen side. My this c4 knight will not be dislodged. So that's the thing. And now I think I can bring my one of the rooks to d1 or c1. But which one? Yeah, which one? Which one would you choose? I think I'll use my a1. Okay, I think this is much more circumspect. Okay, cool. And then I can kind of put my this knight to e3 if I'm not mistaken. So this bishop comes to c5. This bishop comes to c5. Very, very annoying. c4, c5. Is that possible? No. Yeah, I think it's possible for c4. So now I'm just going to start the push. C5. I don't think c5 is possible, but I think maybe move my king or something. This is not easy. Also the possibility of knight g4, but I think that doesn't really fetch anything. You know, that's the thing when you're playing against a computer, you got to think about, you got to make all the solid moves. You cannot just, play whatever that comes to mind. Remember, this is a computer, okay? This is an AI. So the other way is actually to go for double stack on the C file. Yeah, maybe that is the way to go forward. Okay, let's just go for double stack. It's really up to him to decide what to do. Okay, don't tell me that he's just going to repeat moves. And then after that, I can kind of reroute my knight to f3, if I'm not mistaken. F3. What if the knight takes? What if the knight takes on e4? No, I think no, I don't think that's going to harm me. Has to be something a little bit better, right? Okay, I'll just go for that. Yeah, he's just going to repeat. He's got no idea, no strategy whatsoever. So should I just take on d4 or should I do something else? I guess I should do something else because since he's got no idea, right? I think it's a good way to test the computer to see what plan he has. It's just that where should I put my e3 knight? That's a question to be answered. All right. So in the process, I think everybody, you guys can think about a plan. Feel free to skip ahead, of course. Not easy at all. This position, not easy at all. Right. So I think I would just go for this knight retreat for now. Strategic retreat because on f1 the knight can go to h2. So there are some possibilities. So I think in this situation I can just take on d4. I mean, and because he will be forced to take with the pawn. Yeah. If I took the d4 bishop early, I mean this is rook on d4. Okay, that just makes life a little bit more complicated. So in this situation, I think I can push my pawn to e5 if I'm not mistaken, and that really unleashes the power of my g2 bishop. Yeah. So in this situation, I think I can go for queen e4 if I'm not mistaken. This is a double attack, right? Double attack on d4 and b7. So black has to give. Black has to give something back to me. But if after I took on this b7, there's this d3. What do you do about d3? D3 is extremely annoying. D3, rook d2. Maybe that can be blocked. I think that can be blocked, right? Because I got the other bishop on c1. So I'm not going to take back my moves, of course. Oh man, whoa, what? That was just stupidity. I didn't see my this e5 pawn dropping, but anyway, it dropped. So I was trying to think about d3. Yeah. So maybe the c5. So you got to watch out for d3. Okay. So got to think about. Okay, d3. Can I take on a7? No, I don't think that is wise. That is not wise at all. Let me just end up with a draw. Yeah, let me just end up with a draw. Like, I take on a7, no, rook a8, queen b7, rook b8, queen c7, rook b c8. And no, not queen c7, sorry. I mean queen c7, I mean queen takes c7, sorry about that. So it's just a shuffling, right? Shuffling to a7 and b7 and back. So that's just not wise at all. Okay, so I think I'll just go for something aggressive. Yeah, of course. Something aggressive. And now maybe it's time for me to bring back queen. So that covers these three, okay? That covers these three, everybody. So enough talking. So where is my this knight on f1 heading to? So right now, whatever I think I can do c6 if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Maybe it's a bit too premature. Okay, I mean after he does like rook d c8, then maybe I'll do c6. So right now I think it's a little bit premature. Maybe there's this g4 move. I'm not so sure whether how good that is to bring my knight to g3. Is that a possibility, or is that does that weaken things? I think that weakens things, correct? Okay, so let me just think for a while, everyone. Yeah. Again, I can attack the queen. Go after the d4 pawn. I think that's also a possibility. So let me just count the number of pawns, right? So we are pretty much equal, but I think my position is slightly better. So maybe I think it's time for me to go after the d4 pawn. So I'll start with c6. All right, cool. Just got to come up with a right plan. All right, cool. And okay. No, I think he's just confused or something. What is this? I mean, I think he's just confused or something. Yeah, right. This is it. So, and now maybe in this situation, I think I was just thinking of making an Aleking's gun. I'm not so sure whether that's possible. Okay, but I will give it a try first, like this. Aleking's gun. Okay, maybe this is not possible. Okay, let's just go back. Okay. I think he's possibly going to repeat the moves. All right, cool. Um, no, I don't see the point of making that e5. I think it can be stopped. All right, can be stopped pretty easily. Now this knight is very, very annoying, so I got to chop it off. Sorry about that. So should I do f3? I may need to do f3. I think it's just very ugly, but it's also f4 actually. I mean f3 is very ugly. Ugly. But for the time being, e4 is not really possible, right? You just drop the pawn. So maybe it's time for me to do my. I don't do okay after g4, g6. What about that? He wants to do like queen c4. Yeah, queen c4 is also extremely annoying. Yeah, it's extremely annoying, right? So maybe I got to position my queen somewhere to protect my light squares. Yeah, somewhere. Okay, I'll just put it back. Okay, put it here. Okay, so that's a good move. It's just that, in this position, like both our minor pieces are out of play. My knight is out of play. I mean, his bishop is also out of play, and then we're just playing with the major pieces. And I don't really want to weaken my this pawn structure on the king side too much. That's why I'm not really going for anything particularly dangerous. Can go and exchange the queens if I want to. Alternatively, there's this knight, correct? Knight e3. Yeah. Maybe I should go for that. Okay. And then do a check or something. If I don't do a check, okay, maybe the check will not bring me anything. All right, check here. And then, yeah, the knight cannot be taken, right? It's taboo, right? Of course. So that makes everything a bit more interesting. So how about this move, all right? Just give a silent move. Okay, cool. Okay, now now my knight becomes pretty active. Okay, so I'm going to wing something finally. Everybody can see that? Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate my this queen is not on b4, otherwise it's checkmate. So what should I do? All right, putting on b4 right now? Putting on b4 or putting on c5? Which one is better? Okay, I do putting on b5. At least I can attack this a7 pawn. All right, cool. Check. Okay. Maybe push the pawn to. Oh no, I cannot weaken my this kingside pawn structure too much. Otherwise, I'm just out of play. G4 is G4 possible? I think it's not possible for now. No, no, no. Now it's just I just use my better spatial advantage on the queen side. I think this is the right way forward. Like this black bishop on a8 is just totally useless. So effectively, black only has two active pieces right now. Okay. So I guess I can just push. Oh no, no, not push. Okay, push my this c7. That's a mistake. Right? That's queen f3 here. Then yeah, checkmate. Yeah, is coming from black. Just stupidity. So now I think this c7 work. I think c7 works, right? Yeah. No, I mean c7 just now. If I play c7 earlier, I mean without the queen move. Sorry, it's just queen e4, not queen f3, right? Queen f3, rook takes f3. Yeah, just to be very clear. All right, slow and steady, slow and steady. All right, slow and steady. Okay. Yeah, any tricks with queen e4 will be met with f3. Okay, that just stops everything. I'm just thinking about that. Just any last trick. All right, so this feels good. This feels so good. This feels so good. Fantastically good. So, no, I don't think I'm going to exchange the queen. I'm just going for checkmate. Just going to push and push the pawn again. Okay, now I got two queens. Okay, sure. It's fine. Oh, no, no, no. Sorry, I almost blundered here. No, no, it's just this. It's just this, everybody. It's just this. Enough, shenanigans. Enough shenanigans. Right. Um, so taking away the f5 square, that would be correct. Check. Okay, and then this should be checkmate, correct? All right, so Chessmaster got checkmated. Everybody can see at the very top of the screen. This is a win in 65 moves. Perhaps not the most precise. Okay, everybody, you guys can go back this video and look at where I went wrong. Okay, but I think I got the task done. All right, I got the task done. Right, somewhere in the late middle game. Yep. Maybe I could have played a little bit better, a little bit better. In the center on the king side, but ultimately, I mean, I got the job done. All right. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see everybody in the next chess video in the next month. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, and share all my videos. All right. I will see everybody happy and healthy in the next recording.